The other day, what was it, last week? So I wanted to bring this up because me and Vaughn like got into an argument about this.
Disagreement.
Well, it was a disagreement that I was very upset about. I'm mad actually. Like when I get quiet, I'm mad, and I was quiet after this. Um,
I was working, so I wasn't sure whether you was quiet or not.
well,
However,
so Vaughn was working, of course, and success. He has his days where not every day he wants to take a nap, or when he is being laid down for a nap and he's like overtired, it takes him longer. I believe in letting him cry it out because I've seen that when he cries it out, he has a good nap. When he wakes up, he's refreshed, happy, giggly, all that. This particular day, Vaughn was on the phone with his job. Unfortunately, our room is like right next to Sincere's room, so when he's crying, you can hear it. Because I know sometimes when I'm working, you can hear him when he's going to bed if he initially isn't just super tired. So I was trying to let him self-soothe, and
self-soothe as well on the couch. You was trying to lay down while
I was trying to take a nap, but I also let him,
which is part of our regular routine.
Yeah.
You lay him down, and then you go to the couch, lay down. I'm in the bedroom.
That's
working.
how you get sleep in the daytime when you're home with your child. They tell you nap when they nap, and I take full advantage of that because at nighttime I've turned into a night owl, especially with the COVID-19. So Mom was telling me to take him out the room and rock him, and I'm just like, no, like he needs to self-soothe. He needs to cry it out. It may take him a little bit longer. The thing is, me and Success, we do this. This is our routine. I'm at home with him during the day. Ever since the virus started, of course, Vaughn now is working at home.
And my workplace, which is our bedroom, is right next to his bedroom.
And I've said that.
So when he is crying, which I have no problem with, it's just a matter of time before he goes to sleep. However, if 20 minutes is passed, 25 minutes is passed. So that's the biggest question. How long do you let your child self-soothe? Because I know the process. It's not my first time. I put him to bed every night. So I know sometimes it might take him 10 minutes and then he eventually falls asleep. He's just falling asleep. As well, being a great parent as well, I know when he's been going on a little longer than normal. And as I stated, I was working. But, work comes secondary to our child. But I'm just saying, hey, just go get him, and you can just rock him to sleep. Because if I wasn't working, I would have already grabbed him, rocked him on my shoulder, rubbed his back, and then he would eventually went to sleep, and I laid him down.
Let me say this is where I disagree with this. The reason why I disagree with this is because I've learned that when I would go into his room and pick him up and try to rock him, he would start to rely on that as a way
create a habit.
He would create that into a habit of going to sleep for his nap rather than me just putting him in his room and him being able to go to sleep. And so since I broke that habit, I try not to revert back to doing it. Now, granted, after I took him out and I rocked him a little bit, he went right to sleep and I put him in his crib. We're fine. But I just didn't want him to become reliant upon that. And I felt at that time a little insulted.
You felt attacked because I
felt like you were
asked you to
insulting
go
my
get
parenting.
him. Because great parent you are, fantastic mother, and we are certainly looking forward to Mother's Day. And a great parent that I am, I was just simply asking, hey, could you get him? Because it's been 20 minutes, and I know as soon as you rock him, he gonna go to sleep. But you took it and ran. You took it, and I already knew you was upset about it. And you was like, no. I end up going in there, talking to him during my break.
You brought him out there to me.
No,
I believe.
No.
You went in there. You picked him up.
For
you
my
shut
whole
the
break.
door. He cried some more. So then I finally went in there and got him, and then I rocked him, and he went to sleep, and I put him in the crib. And I don't know, maybe sometimes Success just wants to be cuddled, and that's how he wants to go to sleep. But to me, I just feel like it takes him longer to go to sleep when I do that. One, he's big now. He ain't the little baby I can just rock. So trying to rock him hurts my back because there ain't no rocking chair in there. So
yeah, we're gonna have to pull up a picture of his size currently for the
he
viewers
is
so
long.
they can see.
Like he's late. When I have him like in a rocking position, he's stretched out. Like it ain't much to rock. Like,
yeah, for you.
I mean, I guess it worked for that day.
That was, and the whole point was I wasn't trying to say let's do this every day. It's just, hey, I'm trying to get some work done. Of course, we all know that with this pandemic, for those that are working, of course, it's a blessing, but it's not all the way comfortable because imagine we had multiple children. I have a coworker that has multiple children, and he says it's been rough. He says it's been rough. So, you know, we just have to take that in account, as well as the jobs have to take that in account, because a lot of this is not in our control. So like I said, that's why the first 20 minutes I was unbothered. And even in minute 25, I'm like, okay, let me shoot out a text, because if I hear it, I know she hear it, but she may be napping. So let me let her know that he's still up in here. Can you go get him?
If he's hollering, I hear it.
I'm like, can you go get him? But I mean, all was resolved. We just thought we should
Communication is key.
Well, what did we agree on? What's the time limit that you should allow your child to self-soothe before you go in there and check on them?
I'll give it about.
Because sometimes they may be crying because they need their diaper changed.
Yeah, give it about 20 to 25 minutes. If he's still going, then I'll check. If the diaper ain't wet, he ain't done his business.
For me,
I know that I fed him.
I'm at a swift 12 to 15. Because it's like, if it's in the morning, because in the morning you're sleeping. As soon as he's making noise, I'm getting up. Because me, I'm not going to sleep much if he's making noise anyway. And if I feel like he's up.
to tell you to get him.
Yeah, sometimes, if I don't hear him, but most times I hear him and you don't move. But it's oftentimes you will say, hey, he's up. And I'm like, all right. And I just get up. And I just, at that certain time, when I asked, I wanted the same. I wanted you to do the same. But it was all resolved. So, I mean, you say 20, 25. I say about 12, no more than 15.
I'm just curious. I want the parents to comment and send emails and all of that. I want to know if you guys even believe in self-soothing. Some people don't believe in that and letting their children cry it out. Some people, as far as even naps, like when your child just drops tired and closes their eyes, that's when they nap.
Sleep whenever. But I feel like obviously getting a routine, establishing a routine helps the parent establish a routine and be able to get back to whatever it is that they're working on. If you don't have a routine with your child, or your child doesn't have a routine, they don't have a sleeping schedule,
it makes it 10 times harder.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to get anything done because your child sleeps and wakes up whenever. So, I mean, it's hard for you to plan to get anything done. And then when they finally are asleep, you're so tired and exhausted, you don't really have much time to do anything. So days go by and you haven't accomplished anything other than being a good parent, because that's what you're doing, I hope. However, just try your best to go ahead and establish a schedule, a routine. It's not going to be easy at all. And Jessica could certainly tell you about that.
You gotta just stay persistent in it and stick to the schedule. If you stick to the schedule, your child will follow suit. I promise you.
And that's a schedule with everything. It's like if they're eating at a certain time, continue to feed them at a certain time. You know, if every time they eat, they get their juice with their food, then make sure when the food is ready, they got juice or water right there ready with them, because we are creatures of habit, whether you like it or not. So just try our best to create that routine for your child so then it's not as chaotic during this pandemic.